Hi, everybody. Welcome to another team call. Inspire Epic Change. And thank you guys for rolling in because, like I always want to tell you, we have, these calls are super important, but we know that it takes that time away from your family and your things you're doing. But this is important for your business. So thanks for all the consistency of getting on. So tonight I'm really, really excited to have Danielle Gwilliam with us. She's from Canada, and now wait, is it Alberta? Oh, you're in Alberta?
Yeah, Alberta.
Yeah, Alberta. And she's actually, like we were just talking about, she is going on vacation tomorrow. So she rescheduled with her packing and all of that to just chat with us tonight about her journey as a coach, some motivation, some mindset ideas, and we're talking about, that we're living this, like we're living our life and we're coaching. And that's what we want to share. We want to always get across. The beach body is not a job. It's part of our life. We can intertwine that, and that's the best thing to do as coaches. So I'm going to mute everybody here except for a second. Wow, I know it's that way. Oh my. How do we do this? Mute all. Okay, mute all except Danielle. Let's see, unmute Danielle. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear Danielle? Okay, I'm sure you can. Ooh. All right. So I don't have any big announcements except that, congratulations, you guys, on a really good June. I'm very, very proud of the hard work, the effort, the relationships that are being built with your with your conversations, with your consistency, and always just really trying your best to achieve Success Club. But we know we do that because we are helping people, but also our goals in our business, stepping out of your comfort zones. So I'm super proud of our team. So thank you for that, you guys. And other than that, really, let's just jump into our call. And I'll put I will say one thing. I need to put the calendar up. I'm sorry. June was a wild month for my family, and the beginning of July. So I apologize. I need to get our team calendar up. So we have an open house soon. We'll have that always, and we'll start inviting and posting for that. But I'm going to go ahead and let Danielle talk tonight so she can get back to packing, and we can all get back to the business and our night with our family. All right. So Danielle and we met on the big team page because I was like, who's this girl, this gorgeous woman who's like always in these really good light. Look at that light. What do you have? Do you have like the best light? No. Well, Jessica, you have good light tonight too. That's great light. Oh, wow. See, there's the window. And, and I said, who's this? These sweet tattoos and what in the heck? And so we met just in our chats and probably when we were all going trying to go diamond, and with that chat with Anita when she was talking about team volume and what that meant. None of us knew what volume meant. And I think we met mostly in that. But anyway, then I met her for reals in Summit, and then in Utah, and then on the cruise. So it's been a good relationship. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, okay, love. All right, so we got some people calling in, so I hope they can hear. And I'm just going to let you go ahead and talk about what your journey, and share with the girls, about how, we are where we want to be in our business, in our fitness, and in lots of areas of our lives. And that is all of us. I don't think anybody is exactly where they want to be. And I think that's a good thing for us, because if we were perfect, if everything was okay, we wouldn't have anything to share. We wouldn't have anything to connect with people and have them feel like, oh my gosh, that girl is talking about me. That girl's talking about my journey, right? And so I know you're going to you're going to meld your points together tonight, but just want you guys to know that this journey is certainly not something that's ever set in stone. It's always changing. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say tonight, and then maybe we can ask some questions after.
Sounds good. You kind of threw me for a loop, Mona. I had like this big, noted strategic plan of what I was going to talk about, and I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about something else. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about? So
talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I'll just kind of
You
like
melt.
melded all together. So I guess I don't know if you guys all know my story. Do you want me to like briefly share it? Basically, I've dealt with like weight issues my entire life. I'll try to make this short. I'm going back to a kid, sorry. And I was always like the chubby girl with the pretty face. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of having the pretty face. And I dealt with weight struggles my entire life. I tried Weight Watchers. I tried everything, like Weight Watchers, boot camps, bikini boot camps. I tried doing other gyms and nothing worked for me. And then I saw Anita on my Fitness Pal and her little story brought me to tears. And at this point, I had already lost some weight on my own with running and working out. But then, as you all know, life happens, as in marriage, a house renovation, a child, and all that weight came back. So everything that worked for me previously did not work for me anymore. In fact, I just posted a picture yesterday about a nectarine and almonds and was kind of talking about Weight Watchers, and that brought so much interaction on my page. So even talking about things you did in your past that didn't work and did work is really good to get some participation on your page. Anyways, off track. So I found Anita and I saw her in this video and I was like, I need to try this. So I first bought, I got Insanity, a burnt disc from a friend. And I did that at home and I saw 0 results, you guys, nothing. So I saw no results. So I was like, okay, I need to do something else here. So I found Anita and this is another great point. If you think you're posting and you're annoying and you're like, oh, people don't want to hear from me, they don't want to talk to me, you might be. Anita annoyed the crap out of me. I'm like, dude, this woman posts all the time. I was like, all I see is her up on my Facebook and it's driving me crazy. But when I decided I need to try something, I remembered Anita. And I was watching a few different coaches at this time, and something about Anita like resonated with me. She was a mom. She was, depressed. She had this baby weight. So even though there's choices, I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of coaches out there. So you need to find your story and figure out what it is that separates you from someone else. Because even if you delete someone deletes you because they think you're annoying, which they probably don't. They just delete you because you're positive and you're inspiring, and they don't want that right now. So when they're ready, they're going to remember you and come back to you. So that's where you also need to be consistent. So in my case, I went back to Anita because I remember her and her story resonated with me, and I got Shailene Extreme. I saw no results from Shailene Extreme. This is where nutrition is so important. So then I signed as a coach for Shakeology because I'm a cheapo and I want a discount. I had no idea about it, and she just signed me up. I was like, let's do this. I didn't join her challenge group. I had no idea what coaching was. I was just put in the team page. I saw stuff happening, and I was like, this stuff is for real. Like, they're not scams. This is like a real business. I was like, well, I worked corporate for 20 years. And I hated it. And I was like, wow, maybe there's a way out. So I tried it. And since that day, I've hit Success Club every single month and have made it a non-negotiable. I don't know where I was going with this story. So the thing is, like, my journey is not like this. I don't have 6-pack abs. I'm not, really skinny. In fact, you need to share your struggles a lot, because I 10 months ago, I was doing 21-day fix and I was eating clean and I gained 20 pounds in like 5 weeks. I was like, what the F is going on? And I was like, how am I supposed to share my story? How am I supposed to inspire people? I'm not really who I was anymore. I don't have this weight loss anymore. But the thing is, I was like, you know what? I'm still working out. And I'm still eating clean. I'm still doing what I'm doing no matter what. I'm not going to go and stuff my face with chips and sit on the couch and give up and thinking nobody's going to like me anymore. And you know what happened? Because I started sharing about my weight gain, not a weight loss, and my hypothyroid, people were coming to me. I've actually had like 5 or 6 women go to the doctor to get diagnosed and thank me because they've got diagnosed with hypothyroid. And people who don't know what to eat and don't know what to do. So you don't need a 6-pack ab. 6-pack, like, Mona, I love you and your 6-packs and your 6-pack. But I mean, you need to think about it. There's people out there who aren't going to resonate with this person or that person. So I'm not going to resonate with Barbie Kalev because that's not someone or a body type that I can achieve. And she doesn't have, the story that I relate to. So if you have medical issues, you have family issues, you have any kind of issues you need to share that too. It's not always going to be positive. Like, talk about your lows and your highs and all of it, because we're not perfect. I mean, nobody is perfect, and people don't want perfect. They want real. So you need to talk about everything. So I could have easily let this 20-pound weight gain, like, don't get me wrong, it gets me down, but you take a negative and turn it into a positive. And that's it's all about mindset. Like, you could be like, oh, this isn't going to work. I don't have a weight loss. I'm not going to help people anymore. They're not going to believe in me. They're not going to trust in me. But some things are out of your control, and we're real people. And the fact is, we've been there. We know it works. We need to help too, and we need to help other people. So just share that with people. Don't just give up. You just need to keep going. I mean, I'm still doing it. I think, okay, if I wasn't doing this, maybe my 20 pounds would have been 60 pounds. Maybe my energy level would have been like 0 instead of, 50%. There's so many positives no matter what's going on in your life that you could turn things around. I don't know. So I was going to kind of segue kind of into like posting about social media and stuff too. Is that okay if I do that, Mona? Okay. So I work full-time too. So that's really hard. I have a lot of things going for me where I could be like, oh, I work full-time. Like, I have dinner on the stove right now. We haven't eaten yet and bags half packed, but I'm still here doing this because I believe if you want something to happen, you make it happen. Like, my house, you want to see my messy kitchen? Like, okay, actually, no, that's really clean. That's really clean. You got to pick your priorities. You got to pick, okay, if I want this to happen, I'm not going to watch TV. I'm not going to worry about my dishes. They can wait till the weekend. You decide what's going to work for you. And because I do work full time, I don't know what your stories are, but you have to figure out how to make it happen. Like, as for posting, people always say, oh, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to talk about. Here's the thing. If you're doing the vital behaviors, you have 4 things to talk about every single day. No excuses. You're drinking your Shakeology. You're following your nutrition, your eating plan. You're doing your workout. You're doing personal development. Those are easily 4 things you can talk about every day. And then whatever else you have, like your family, your fashion, like what else do you want to post about? No problem. You always, always, always have 4 to 5 things to post a day if you are doing the vital behaviors. So even if shit is going south in your life, but you're still doing what you're supposed to be doing, you have 3 to 4 things to post about. And don't just post just to post. I mean, some people do that. I mean, I'm sometimes guilty of it too. But then you know what? If it's really crappy, delete it. Don't worry about it. Just take it down. Like, if something's bad, delete it. And if you have mistakes, edit it. I've edited posts like 8 times. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that word's bad. Oh, this is bad. Like, I'm the autocorrect queen. So don't just post a post and don't worry about it and go back and fix things. And if you're busy and you have things going on in your life, be a walking tourist. You think, I have nothing to post about? Yeah, you do. Grocery shopping, walking down the street, getting your hair cut, feeding your kid. Seriously, everything. I always think in the back of my head, how can this be a post? How can this be a post? All the time. It's kind of crazy, but it's my life and it's my mindset of how I think about everything. And when you have something, take a picture, write it down. Like, the notes in my phone is massive, and my pictures are crazy. So if you think you have nothing to talk about, just go back into your phone, look at your notes, look at those photos. There's always something to post and to talk about. And I have my camera roll like stockpiled with photos of my day. Like, I post about my nails and water and flowers but when you are taking a picture of something, this is what I've noticed. This is where it comes, like, post just to post. I've had people take a picture of their ugly ass dinner on their table with an ugly plate. I hope I don't offend anybody, but it's not appealing. And unfortunately, this is a little bit of like attraction marketing. So a little tip, I went to the dollar store, bought beautiful white plates for $1. I have like 2 of them. When I'm going to take a picture of my meal, I place it nicely on my plate. I move it to a nice area of my table. I sweep away the crumbs and take a nice picture. It takes 1 minute to do that, other than the ugly ass picture of your grandma's plates on your dirty table, right? So it takes 1 little minute, and that 1 extra minute to make something look a lot nicer and appealing is going to be so eye-catching. So when people are seeing what you're posting and they're scrolling, they're going to stop. I can't hear you, Mona. You're muted.
I know. Now I can hear you. Okay, I couldn't hear you for a second there.
Oh, okay.
For like the last, I heard ugly ass grandma's plates. Don't use it like. And then I didn't. And it might have been mine. But so what did you say after that? All right.
I was just saying, like, so that extra effort you put into taking that photo, like even though it's just your dinner, and if you're eating clean and nutritious, like the plan that you're following, it's going to be a good photo. You could talk about what you're eating, what you're doing, but that extra effort put into that dollar plate from the dollar store, it's nice, white and clean, on the non-crummy table, is going to attract more people's eyes than your grandma's ugly plate on the counter full of crumbs. Like, I actually strategically place things when I take a picture of something. It's kind of like, you know, when you sell your house, you have a stager. Like, you are sharing yourself and selling your story to people. So you need to stage that on your social media. Yeah, so take the time to do those things. And I use a timer cam all the time. Like, it's a great thing to use. I have notes, hang on. So this is another thing. I don't know what you guys like to do, but I like to avoid, like, you know, people share motivational quotes and share things. Don't do that. It looks spammy. Like, you know, the Inquirer, people see that and it just looks like junk mail. So if you see a quote that you think, oh, that's awesome, and you want to share it, don't just share it. Stop, save the picture to your camera roll, and you can share it that way. But even better, take a nice picture of your face, because people want to see your face. And when you make the post, include the quote in your post and add a little bit of content to it. People want to see you. They don't want to see a picture of a panda bear saying, have a great day. You know, like, it's okay for some things. Like, once you've kind of figured out who you are and what your niche is, like, I'm a full-time working mom. I love coffee and tattoos. So every Friday or Monday, you might see a coffee quote on my page, but that's because that's become who I am. So once you kind of figure that out and know who you are, it's okay. Don't share stuff like that all the time. And that's where, like, posting just to post comes in. Like, I see a lot of people sharing stuff. It's okay once in a while, but don't make a habit of it. Yeah, and smile. I see some people not smiling, and change your angles. I know we only get, you work out at home. We have the same, unless you're moving every week, you're usually in the same damn spot when you're working out, so it can get boring. So people get bored of seeing that photo too. So try to get creative. Put it in a different spot. Put your camera over here. Put your camera over there. Put it this way. Put it down here. But make sure you still look good, and change the lighting. Use filters through Instagram just so it looks different, because people will get bored of seeing the same thing over and over again. And it's hard when you work out in the same spot. So you need to keep people's eyes interested in what's going on and change up that up a little bit. Is it okay that I'm going into, like, social media stuff, Mona? Okay. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have done live videos yet, but it's awesome because it pops up on people's phones right away. So it really gets their attention. Like, I just do, when I'm cooking, I'm like, I'm gonna do a live video today. Oh, I'm gonna talk about my container today, but I'm in jail again. Don't do what I did. So live, yeah. Justin Bieber ruined it for me. So live videos are another great way to use things. And I'm sure you've all heard this before, is once you're once you give coaching at minimum a year, when you go back on this day, you get so much good content. And this is where it's like, don't share that. Don't just share that on this day. Save that photo and make a new post. I do that. I'm going to do that right after I talk to you guys. You know, save the post and reuse it, because people aren't going to be like, oh, she posted that last year. Like, who's going to remember that? If one person does, who cares? They really like you and see everything you post. Then awesome, kudos to them. So basically, your daily life is like, think of it as your digital diary. That's how I like to think of Facebook. Nothing is not postable. I mean, you don't want to talk about your bathroom break because, well, unless there's something really interesting in there that can create conversation, why not? But your daily life is your digital diary, and that's how I think of everything. And another thing that I really like is when you're taught, we're not just Beachbody, because we're not just Beachbody coaches. We're people and we're sharing a lifestyle, right? So don't share just the programs and just Shakeology, because then it looks kind of salesy, and that's what we don't want to be. So what else in your life do you love? Share about it. So right now I'm totally hooked on a local company called True Booch, and they make kombucha. I post about it all the time. I post about my favorite face lotion because I found something awesome. So I'm creating value for lots of things. So when I post about my kombucha and my face lotion and my sunscreen and Shakeology, it's not going to be like, ooh, she's so salesy. It's like, I'm sharing all these great things that I love. I'm not just this Beachbody pusher, you know? So think about other things that you love in your life, and it's a good excuse to go shopping. Like, I bought my new shirt. I'm going to post about that. I know, isn't that bad? I'm justifying my shopping. So you want to share other products other than just Beachbody products, because we're sharing everything that we love. what else do I got here? Yeah, and don't do the stock photos. I'm sure you guys have heard about this 1,000 times. Like, don't take a picture of the CDs or the Shakeology bag right off the Beachbody page. That looks salesy. We don't want to do that. We're sharing the product. We're not selling it, right? So yeah, and same thing about posting. When I was talking about being vulnerable and relatable, that is what gets people's attention. If you've gained weight, if you've fallen off the wagon, if you ate a chocolate chip cookie or a box of chocolate chip cookies, if you didn't work out for 2 weeks, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling sad, share all that stuff, because if we're perfect, nobody's really going to like that. They want to know that we're a real person. So share about everything, the good and the bad and the ugly, about all of it. But don't, swear and be negative. If anything bad is happening in your life, turn it around to a positive, because I bet you anything, if you keep doing that, it will actually make you feel better. It's kind of forceful sometimes, but in the end, you're like, oh, I do feel better. I should listen to myself. You're like, oh yeah, I'm right. That's good. Yeah. So, and you don't want to be a know-it-all, like, this is the best, do this, do that. I know this is awesome. Because when you're a know-it-all, people aren't going to like that. So this is where asking questions is really good for engagement and showing, like, I don't know how to do this. Can I get your help? Like, the other day, I'm like, never cooked a freaking butternut squash. How do I cook that? Someone help me. How do I cook this? Little things. Or like, so you want suggestions for people. It's social media. People want to be social and they want to give their opinion. So do that a lot. I mean, I find some of my best posts to get interaction and relate to people are just words, or like questions and not pictures. And I was like, wow, 60 comments. That's crazy. So get a lot of interaction that way. You don't want to know everything. So people don't like know-it-alls. So ask for suggestions and for help with other things. And kind of figure out who you are. You can be funny and throw some entertainment in there. Like I have a new nail addiction, so talk about my nails and my pants and funny jokes about coffee. Like, those are fun things to talk about. You want to provide value. Value isn't always clean eating and recipes and workouts, but give people something to smile about. So whatever that is, whatever your niche is, whatever you're about, make someone smile. Oh, this is my favorite one. I hope you guys all do this. People may not always like your post or comment on your post or say anything, and you're like, ugh, nobody likes my shit. I'm doing horrible. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, you are. I've had so many people reach out to me and be like, just today, she's like, I've been following you for a year and want to join your group. I don't know why I haven't. Can I join now? I was like, who are you? Like, she's never liked anything. She's never commented. So just because people aren't liking and commenting doesn't mean that they're not seeing you. So don't worry about that. However, Facebook is kind of like a popularity contest. The more likes, the more comments, the more people see your stuff, the more people it will show up in their news feed. So if you have, say you did a call to action post on Monday and like one person liked it and you're like, oh, I thought that was a really good one. Go back later, like not an hour later, like 2 days later, and like it or comment on it. Because when you do that, it pops things back up in people's news feeds. I usually do that every morning while I'm running to work because I don't have time. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm like, ooh, that was a good post, like. Then all of a sudden, these old posts that are really good come floating back up in people's news feeds and get their attention. Even from a year ago, like saying with that on this day, I've noticed I haven't liked things. So I'll go back to that on this day post and I'll like it. And I'll have like tons of stuff in people's news feeds. I'm Anita. I'm annoying people. It's awesome. So like and comment on your posts that you think are really good posts that would be good to bring back up in people's news feeds. So that's my favorite one. I like doing that. I'm always liking my stuff. I'm like, I'm narcissistic and I'm going to like all of this stuff. So yeah, so it totally has like algorithms. So just post things and it'll pop the like, oh, this is popular again. So they'll pop it back up in people's news feeds. Yeah, and getting uncomfortable. Like, I think I used to always put on makeup and do filters and do certain things and worry about what I looked like. I don't care anymore because, I mean, no, Lindsay Matway is amazing. She's beautiful. She's like, I don't know how many million star diamonds, but I can't relate to that girl. She is way too perfect for me. It's like, I would never sign up with her. I know it sounds bad, but I wouldn't because I don't relate to her. So don't worry if you have pimples popping over your face or, your skin's hanging over here, because someone's gonna be like, wow, good for her. I am so scared to do that and she's doing it. That is awesome. So get comfortable with being completely uncomfortable and just got to get over yourself. It took me a while, but you just got to do it. Let's see here. I think that's kind of it. There was one other thing. This one, I'm kind of OCD with this. This is more like social media posting. I think I learned this from Shailene Johnson, but when you're creating a post, don't have this big like slew of a paragraph. Break it up into like paragraphs, like English class in high school. Like you need to break it up. So when you break your post up into paragraphs, it's more readable. When it's one just big clump, people are like, what's that mess? And they just continue on. So everything has to be kind of visual to the eye, including your pictures. That's kind of like all I was going to talk about, I think. I just like went,
No, it's awesome. I love, because you are somebody I look at that is successful in your business and you stuck with it, and here you are. And I think that these are great points because it shows that the things we share with our teams, with each other, are things that we're all trying to do, right? But I love some of the things that you said. I liked, I learned some things. I liked what you said about, I do. I always work out in the same place, my dang laundry room. I try to make it interesting, but I don't think I do. So I think that that's a really good suggestion about changing it up, changing an angle. Different. I don't know. I really like that because I was like, boring. Tired.
It can be hard, right? Because you do work on the same.
Yeah, and I do work out. Right.
That I work out in. So maybe it's not always a video, just go somewhere else and take your picture. Like take a few minutes and go outside and do something, like anything. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be switched up all the time. Change it up for a couple weeks and then go back to your laundry room, Yeah. But then again, these are obviously my opinions, what I think works and how I see things. What is it like? I look at you and I'm like, hey, there's Mona in her laundry room. That's awesome. Like that's something we're kind of known for. So, it's different for everybody, but I think if I saw you working out somewhere else, I'm like, oh shit, where's Mona today?
Yeah, and we'd like to all attract a Danielle to our team. So yeah, if you think that's boring, I might go in the middle of the street.
Go for it.
Okay.
I wanted to say something else to your team, Mona, is I'm still a diamond coach. I'm not a star diamond. I'm not some super crazy 15-star. I'm a diamond coach. And here's the thing, people get really caught up in rank and gaining rank and losing rank, and I don't know if that's important to you or not, but I know I make more money than some 2-star diamonds. So it depends what you want. And I haven't lost diamond in a long time, but in the beginning I lost emerald. I lost diamond twice. It sucks. I want to give up. I'm like, oh, this is so hard. And you keep seeing everybody else rank advancing, and it can be really tough, but you know what? You're not living their life. You're living your life. And I remember there was a national wake-up call, and I think it was Carl Deichler was talking, and he said something like, how would you, or I think it was Shay Stanford. She was like, how would you feel right now if Carl Deichler called you and he's like, hey, you know what, Mona, thank you so much for all you've done, but we're not going to need you anymore. How would that make you feel?
Like crap.
Right? And when he says that you've done great, you've done a good job, but we're not going to need your services, and you've done great later, how would that make you feel? When I heard that, I was like, I never want that to happen. And here's the thing, that never has to happen. So I am in this for the long haul, no matter if I lose rank again, if I'm diamond, 2-star, 5-star. Obviously, I want the freedom for my family sooner than later. But I can't force it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and know that it's going to happen, because without Beachbody, I don't know what I would do with my life. You want to come say hi? Oh, hang on. We drew so anyways, think about that. If you've got to love what you're doing and love Beachbody and be passionate enough to think if Carl Deichler laid me off today, how would you feel?
Right. That's so true. Hi, cutie. How are you?
In this one. Did you see what she said she would do? This is my roller, and this is my face. And she said she's gonna punch me in the face. No. And
I'm from this one.
Oh, instead, give me a kiss and a hug.
And I'm punching this one.
Did somebody draw you a personalized?
That was me.
Roller.
Very artistic.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Hey, okay, so, and I was going to say that you are successful, Danielle, with your income. And so you do a really great job with sharing your income, because as we do grow in our business, and if we are using this as a business, right, and we're serious about it, then we do have to be sharing coaching opportunities, coaching what we uncomfortable as it is, sharing our income to some extent, and we have to share it all. We have to, because that might attract somebody. But you do a really good job of sharing your income posts. How often do you do that, and how do you come up with the ideas to do it? Like, what do you?
Honestly, the income post was like, damn, I had a good week, I'm doing one this week. And here's the other thing too, is like, you see Anita's, it's like from 30,000 a year to 30,000 a week. It's like, dang. It's like, this is the other part of being relatable. You're like, oh, I only made like $120 this week, or I only made $8 this week. Add up your month. Maybe you made $500 in a month. That is a lot of money to somebody. And if you don't always have to share actual numbers. You could share about what it did for you. Like, without this could totally pay for my car payment this week. It totally paid for my cell phone bill. Like, it doesn't always have to be numbers and huge numbers, because you know what, making smaller amounts, I personally believe, is actually more relatable. And I'm, as much as I would love to make $30,000 a week, I'm worried, like, who's that going to relate to? Are they going to think I'm for real? Like, oh, what kind of scam is this? That's crazy.
I relate. When I saw Anita post that, I was like, I'm relating to that. I was like, tell me more about this business, because I can get no, but I mean, no, the freedom does ring when you talk about what somebody can make on the side, right? Just as visual. That's a thing, visual that grows.
Yeah, it does grow. And like, when you stick to it, you stick with it. And now I can compare to my first year and my second year. Like, I'm doing it just over two years. So you can show how it grows. And little things, like when I talk about it, when I first started coaching, I wanted to do this because we couldn't even go on a vacation to the next province because we couldn't afford gas.
Look at that.
And we're like, what? That sucks. And then the following year, I went on 4 vacations, all because of Beachbody.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, we couldn't even afford gas. My mom was paying our mortgage, seriously.
Wow.
And she was buying all my daughter's winter clothes and our groceries. Like, holy humbling. Like, I was still working a full-time job. My husband's in the music industry, but we just got into this deep hole. And we're kind of still in a hole because we're living life now. We're like, oh, we can go camping. We can go on a vacation. I don't have to budget. You can talk about not having to budget grocery shopping. Like, all these little things that it's doing for you is just like, talk about that. And my new friends, like, honestly, you guys, the friends I had 2 years ago, I don't talk to any of them. My life has taken such a turn, but for the better, because we're on different paths. Not saying I'm never going to talk to them again, but I'm on a different path, and I want to be with people like you guys. And it's like, so it's kind of sad sometimes, but I'm like, no, I can't be sad about that past, because my future is so freaking bright and these people are amazing. So that's another thing about coaching, is the people you've met and the opportunities you have. Like, never in my life did I think I'd be talking to all you people on a Zoom. What's Zoom? Right? Like,
Zoom. You know what? Zoom actually was a really interesting, community for sure. And I posted something about Zoom to one of our coaches, Karen, actually. I don't know if she's on the call, but she was like, what's Zoom? And that was really interesting to her, because she's a professional. And she was like, that's really cool that you guys do that. And she can't get on very often because she's in Texas and time doesn't work out great. But she's like, and that kind of was like one of the things that she is, wow, that's pretty cool. And she became a coach, it's like when I posted about a Zoom meeting. Yeah. And so you never know, right? Yeah. What somebody's going to be attracted to. Okay, so definitely you say post about income, whatever that is, however
whenever you feel comfortable about it and how you want to feel comfortable about it.
Right.
If you feel like, okay, do that. So, I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with, like, you could compare, like, my first month to my 6th month. Like, if you haven't been at it for very long, you're not going to be able to really do a comparison yet. But yeah, you can. Your first month probably is 0. That's what was mine. My 3rd month, I made $500. Like, you can do comparisons, or you can just do a total number. Like, I made, $80 this week. That may not seem like a lot, but I took my husband on a date. Yeah. Like, you know what? It's the little things like that. So it's really up to you when you want to post about it. I mean, I obviously post about coaching, what's done for me, and I'm actually kind of random in that. Like, I do my challenge group posts in the first of the month, and then I do more like coaching posts, but I still sprinkle coaching and challenge groups all the time. I'm just like, if I have a thought or a good post, I'm going to do a coach invite. I'm going to do this. Yeah. So that, see, you know, I could still work on stuff too. That's what works for me. That's how I do it.
I love it. And you work full time. So we'll wrap this up in a second, see if anybody has any questions. But you work full time. So you do your business when you take breaks, when you walk to work, and then at night you come home and do a power hour.
Usually what I do is like when I wake up in the morning, I get up at 5 now. I don't have to be at work till 8. So 3 hours before I have to be at work. So I get up at 5, I work out, I read some personal development, and usually I'm peeing to messaging people back. Actually, I do a power half hour. So when I wake up in the morning, I drink my Energize, and oh shoot, hang on. Okay. Good. My mom's coming to get my daughter. I'm sorry, hang on.
Okay, no, that's okay.
Are you here? Okay, don't worry, bye. Bye. So then usually I'll drink my Energize at 5, and that gives me half an hour because, you know, it has to kick in. So I'll go in and check my messages, do what I need to do, kind of think about what I'm going to post that day. Like I'll go back at all those pictures I took of myself and be like, okay, what can I kind of almost predetermined what I'm going to post about that day. So I have to, because if I don't, I'm just kind of floundering. So I kind of figure out what I'm going to post that day. So it's kind of like I have things backlogged. So I think about that. I'll take pictures. I'll kind of pre-do my photo, and then I walk to work and post a lot. It's really bad. I'm surprised I haven't been hit by a car.
Oh gosh, don't say that. Okay. Well, no, but use those pockets of time that we were talking about in our Diamond Support
pockets of time that I use.
Pockets
and things have gotten rough at my work lately. But like before at my work, I kind of do things throughout the day, and then my boss became super micromanager, and I was like, all right. So like my phone is literally like how far away from me. So I take a break in the morning. I take a break 15 minutes in the morning, I take my lunch 15 minutes in the afternoon, and then when I come home, usually when I'm getting dinner ready, I'm doing dinner, I'm doing messages, she's watching cartoon. It's okay for your kids to watch TV for a little while because I'm doing this for her. And you know what? You gotta do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you plan on sometime in the future leaving your job when you can?
Oh my gosh, like I wish that could happen yesterday. Like, I mean, I probably could. Like, I'm almost making as much as I am in my corporate job, but the thing is that amount of money in our life is what got us in trouble. We'd kind of be back to square one. So I kind of have like a set what I need to be making consistently. I mean, I know if I quit, I could focus so much more and put so much more time and effort into this, but this is where I'm just scared and I just need to do it. But the logic,
it'll happen. It'll happen. And you're doing what you're doing. You're rocking it out.
Yeah, it'll happen.
You'll know when to burn your bridge.
Yeah.
You'll know.
No,
all right. Well, let me see if anybody has any questions. We got lots of people on phones, so I'm going to just unmute everybody real quick and just see, and then we will say goodbye and let you have good packing. Does anybody have any questions for Danielle while you got here? Pretty awesome. I mean, we know we can message her, but you get to look at her. Anything, Danielle? Your Canadian connection.
Yeah.
Your Canadian connection. All right. Well, all right. So you're rocking, and check it out, guys. The challenge packs and all of that are more, I mean, when you say expensive, meaning the taxes and everything. And is that true in Canada for you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah, but I mean,
is it relative? All relative?
It's more expensive. Like you guys pay $140 US, we pay $186 Canadian for like 21-day fix. But here's the thing. They had to, it's really weird because if they actually did the dollar exchange, we'd be paying so much more money. Wow. Because they actually have fixed costs for Canadians. So it's a really good deal. So it's more money. But I mean, like when you're talking to a Canadian, you're like, oh, we're kind of ripped off. It's $140 in the US, we have to pay this. But I mean, we're not going to tell them that, you know.
No, of course not. What I'm saying is that you still rock it out. And I mean, and
yeah. And you know what? That was the other thing that was hard. Like when that happened, in Canada, we actually, our shipping is more expensive, our costs are more expensive. So many coaches like whining, like, oh, nobody's going to buy anything. I'm like, why? I'm like, the value is amazing. They don't know any different. I mean, like, I've talked to so many people like, oh, that's a great deal. I'm like, I know, like $164, like $5 a day. Like, what are you talking about? So we had some struggles in Canada in the beginning because the prices of things kept going up and our dollar was crazy, and then the shipping is like $20. So.
But you're rocking it. So I'm just saying that there's always something we could go about, but you definitely hate everything. Even I think you even unfriended Anita at some point, didn't you?
Yeah,
like, there's a friend.
she posted too much, but I remembered her when I was ready because I'm like, I resonated with her. So I called her back and I was like, how do I get Shailene on screen?
Isn't that great? I love it. Well,
So I have a question.
oh, sure.
I have a question on that, actually, Danielle. It's Laura Foley calling.
Hi, Laura.
Hi. Hi. From my new home, which is cool.
Yay, congrats, girl.
Thank you. So Danielle, like you're already saying about how like, you know, like you look back like a year ago and like your posts and everything. I mean, is there anything more you look at like for inspiration? Like I always worry, I guess, about that too. Like you get in the mindset like, oh, like people are going to stop talking to me because I'm posting like the same stuff. But just, you know, I like how you said like, again, about going outside, you know, just anything else you look at for like inspiration on your posting or any more tips on that?
Like on my, like for posting, you mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, like reading I'll be honest with you guys, until this year, I was like poo-poo on personal development. And since I've started reading it, it's helped me so much more. Like my writing skills were lame, but reading personal development has really helped me like post things and talk about things and be more positive. So that's really helped me for the inspiration part. And honestly, I know people don't like, I picked like a few of my favorite coaches that I can really inspire me. And I'm not going to copy what they write. I'll be like, oh, okay, that was really inspiring. What about that can I take from it to make my own? So what inspires you? I even follow some inspirational pages on Facebook, like pages or just for inspiration. And it kind of inspires me. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk about that today. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
You know, and that was that's so true. What you just said, though, you said your writing skills weren't that great, right? And so but by reading personal development, that has made you that has helped you even just write your posts. That's amazing because I don't hear that very often. That's really cool.
And then, like, honestly, I used to overthink so much what I was going to say, but I don't filter my thoughts anymore. What exactly I'm thinking, I put out on the page. I used to like kind of filter it before, but now I put it all out there.
I love that.
And honestly, the personal development really helped me become a better writer. And honestly, just practice. Practice makes perfect.
There you go.
Like in the beginning, you're not going to be awesome. There's lots of stuff you're going to be like, oh, that was bad. But you know what? The more you do it, the better you get at it.
And doing it consistently, 3 to 4 posts a day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Show up.
I like 4 to 5. I don't like 3 to 4.
I do 4. Yeah, but yeah, that's true too. 5. Okay, guys. Well, I know some of you aren't on, but I'm going to put your picture up because I like to have a face with you guys. Let's take a picture.
Oh God.
Jen. Okay, there's Jen.
Yikes. I'd be better without me. My hair is all
That's Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, girl. How are you?
Good.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll put Laura and Megan up there too. All right, guys.
Okay.
1.
Great.
This.
2. Is everybody eyes open? I'll do one more. Make sure everybody's eyes are open. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, Danielle, thank you so much. I have so many notes. Notes of just little things you said. I always think I'm going to put things in a document, put it in our Anyway, we just appreciate you taking the time out. Have a blast. Is it just you? Oh, just you and your husband?
It's me, my husband, and my daughter. Her first time camping.
Oh, she's going too. Your mom's coming to get her though?
Well, because it's the Stampede right now in Calgary. It's like a big 10-day thing. It basically everybody gets drunk for 10 days and party. There's a Stampede parade tomorrow. It's really popular, so my mom's taking her to the parade.
Oh, fun! I want to come to Canada. We should go to Canada, guys. We should take a road trip. All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate you so much, and we have a blast. And we'll see you on the big page.
Thanks for having me.
Guys,
Bye.
you're welcome. Thank you. Bye.